Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I review Goosebumps. So this is, it's based on the book series by R.L. Stine. It's supernatural, horror, comedy, coming of age, drama, etc. And this series was, developed by Rob Letterman and Nicholas Stoller, starring Zach Morris. No, not from Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris, Isa Brones, Miles McKenna, Anya Yai Polg or something, Will Price, Rachel Harris, and Justin Long. So this is set in a town that's a group of 5 high school teenagers embark on a shadowy and twisted journey to investigate the tragic passing of passing 3 decades earlier. Tragic passing 3 decades earlier of a teen named Harold Bibble, whilst also understanding the dark secrets from their parents' past. So that's like the plot there, that's what it says on it. So in this, it's 10 episodes long, and each episode as well is named after a Goosebumps book. Like episode 1 is Say Cheese and Die, episode 2 is The Haunted Mask, episode 3 is The Cuckoo Clock of Doom, episode 4 is Go Eat Worms, episode 5 is Reader Beware, which I don't think was a Goosebumps book, but it's a quote that is on the Goosebumps books: Reader Beware, you're in for a scare. And then there's Nights of the Living Dummy, Give Yourself Goosebumps, which I don't know if it's a Goosebumps story, but and then there's You Can't Scare Me, which is again based on a Goosebumps title. Then there's Night of the Living Dummy Part 2, and then Welcome to Horrorland. Again, most of these episodes are named after Goosebumps books. So there's 10 episodes in this series. It's premiered on Friday the 13th of October on Disney Plus, Hulu, or Huluween, or Star in the UK, because that's our Hulu. And it had 5 episode premiere, and then it aired weekly the other 5. So there's 10 episodes, and I've told you the plot, so what did I like about this series? Well, of course, as a 90s kid myself, all you 90s kids will know what Goosebumps is. You'll have seen it on the TV. It was either scary or you liked it. I personally found it scary. I would only go as far as Scooby-Doo back then. And Are You Afraid of the Dark? My sister liked Goosebumps as a kid. I liked Are You Afraid of the Dark as a kid. But I didn't like Goosebumps, but she didn't like Are You Afraid of the Dark. But they're all anthology kids horror shows. This one is not anthology, it is a serial of 10 episodes following the same story. So, the kids basically find out the whole thing that their parents did in the past. And then, of course, we find out that the real menace, spoiler alert now, the real menace, of course, is none other than Slappy the Living Dummy, who is pulling the strings and is all evil and twisted, and we find out a bit of his origin of sorcery and magicness and evil. So, I like the premise. There's a lot of good Easter eggs in this, so many Easter eggs to the Goosebumps franchise, including Monster Blood, where there's a scene where one of the characters is duplicated and the fake ones explode into some green substance, which I'm thinking, Monster Blood, which I feel is a reference to those ones, them series in the books. And of course, I also liked the whole 80s feel, even though this was 3 decades before in the 90s. I can't believe that the 90s were over 3 decades ago now, nearly. But I like the Easter eggs we got in this. I also liked our characters as well, and Justin Long. You know, when you watch him in a horror film, you know he's not going to make it to the end or something bad's going to happen to him. And what do you know? He does. He gets possessed by the kid in the first half, and then he gets possessed by, or controlled by Slappy. So Justin Long, poor guy, can never get a break in horror. But he played an interesting role in it. Of course, Slappy was a good antagonist for this season, but makes me think, are they going to do another season? I really want to see another series of this. I mean, they can't just end it the way they did. I mean, up to now, the wiki page that I've got up here doesn't say it's cancelled or renewed or anything like that, but like I said, I really want to see another series of this. It is on Disney Plus. I believe that Disney did another deal with Sony to, you know, have it stream on their platform. And you know, like I said, I enjoyed it. I feel as a 90s kid, the brand has matured with us. I mean, is this kid friendly kind of stuff? I would probably say it's aimed more for teenagers, like an older audiences, like the Fear Street trilogy that was on Netflix. I feel that was like, you know, basically, you know, I feel like I say, for 90s kids, I feel that the brand has matured for our liking as well in horror. Of course, it has that whole I Know What You Did Last Summer with a Nightmare on Elm Street of a Friday the 13th feel in there as well. We even get like references to the books, like in the first episode, Say Cheese and Die with the Cursed Camera, if you read that book. And then we get, you know, the Haunted Mask, which again is a mask that one of our characters does put on twice, and then they get possessed by the mask as well. And then we get the Cuckoo Clock of Doom as well, which is a great big ball of wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff. Then there's Go Eat Worms. I've not read that book, and I don't know if it was adapted in the 90s show, but that was in there where there were worms taking over one of our characters. Then there's Reader Beware. I like that title for an episode because, you know, on the books, like I said, it always said, Reader Beware, you're in for a scare. Or on the TV show, it said, Viewer Beware, you're in for a scare. The 90s TV show now, I look at that and I think, yeah, how the hell was I scared of this show? Also, I'm like, the effects and everything are just dated and downright awful now. Yeah. But still, it's a big part of my childhood, Goosebumps. We even get like a reference to the barking ghost as well as in this. And like I say, the titled episodes and Night of the Living Dummy, I knew we were going to see Slappy because he's on the poster. I knew we were getting a build up to that. And then Give Yourself Goosebumps. That was an interesting episode. You Can't Scare Me, obviously from the book in the series, You Can't Scare Me. Then Night of the Living Dummy Part 2. Yeah. And then Welcome to Horrorland, which again is one of the Goosebumps books names. Wasn't the Horrorland I was expecting it, but still, carnival-y enough. But, yeah. This, like I said, is not anthology. It is serialised, it's continuous, but I like how all the episodes are named after titles in the books. And at first I thought it would be an anthology series, but it isn't. It's not that at all. I feel that they sort of took the name Goosebumps, they took elements of the books, and just mashed it all together into this 10-episode serial, which I hope gets renewed for another season, because I like to see where it's going next, because it does end on a bit of a note where, you know, it's not over yet. But, yeah, I like the story and the plot. I also liked our characters as well in it, all our young teen characters, and even the parents as well, who also got in on the action because they felt that their kids were paying the price for their mistake they made in the past. I like the characters of Isa, Margot, James, Isabel, Lucas, Nora, and Nathan Brett, played by Justin Long. Yeah, so I like the characters. I like the young cast in this. They were very good in this as well. You know, living like, playing like the modern American teenager. I mean, it was a while since I was a teenager now. I'm 32 now, so it has been a while, about 13 years ago when I left my teens. But, yeah, I liked our characters and the chemistry each of them had, how they were all like in it together like a losers club styled thing. And again, they made references to other stuff like Stephen King as well, they mentioned, and a lot of other things. I feel that Justin Long's character as well, when writing with his glasses, was paying references to the Goosebumps writer R.L. Stine, who of course has been known as the Stephen King of children's literature. But like I say, this is not like kid friendly. There are some dark, mature elements in there, so just be aware of that. But yeah, as I said already, I feel that the Goosebumps brand has matured with us 90s kids, so it's suitable for us to watch as well. I actually watched this with my parents because they actually were into it as well, even though in the 90s they were raising me and my sister and they never bothered watching it much. But yeah, they actually enjoyed the two movies as well that we got with Jack Black, and I like them movies too. But yeah, just shows that when you think the monsters are gone, they always come back. Just like Goosebumps, just like any horror franchise really. When you think they're done, they come up with new ideas. They either recycle old ones or they come up with new ones and woo you. Like I say, it's just all fun and games. But this one, it was reimagined in a good way, which I think was good. And Slappy as the main antagonist. I always wonder, if they do another season, they've got to bring other things in there, like the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I'd like to see that, or the Abominable Snowman of Pasadena, or the Calling All Creeps. I like to see those in there. In future seasons. They got to do another season, surely. I'm hoping this is done well enough for it. So there you go. Do I have anything to dislike? I guess there were filler moments in there where it were boring or it got slow. But I watched it when it premiered with its 5 episodes, and then I thought I'd sit out the other 5 and let them play out and then binge the other 5, which is what I did. So, Goosebumps. What am I going to rate this one? You know what? I did enjoy watching this series. It was a lot of fun. I like the references, the Easter eggs, everything about it, and that we got. But like I say, there's few dull moments. There's few episodes as well moments, but it was good enough for me, so I will give this 4 stabs out of 5. 4 stabs out of 5 for Goosebumps. It is on Disney Plus now, so you can watch the whole thing on there. So, have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross and this has been Revolting Reviews on Goosebumps. And let me know, what is your favourite Goosebumps book? I'd probably say mine is The Werewolf of Fever Swamp or The Girl Who Cried Monster. Anyway, yeah, until next time, don't have nightmares.